Shalom Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai by Shem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and Apostle GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim in all four corners of the earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. Let me get into this article. Right now in Washington, I'm getting reports saying that they're getting ready. They're locking Washington down right now as far as the House is going into a lockdown right now. There's a lot of protesting and marching going on right now. Well, protesting and fighting actually. I'm gonna show some footage of a little rally that's going on. I don't know exactly what time it took place, but it's going down over there. While the news and everything else is just taking this as a joke and stuff, but the people are actually upset and furious. So your leaders are, what are they doing for you, But these people, these people, they're Slovakia. Yeah, well, while they're the news stations are playing these protests as friendly and they're actually showing some of the fighting going on, but I shouldn't say they're playing friendly. They're joking about it. A lot of these politicians and these people who you look up to on the news screen, they're playing with your emotions and stuff. The beginning it says, "Isn't that interesting? Fox host jokes as Titanic theme song plays in the background for pro-Trump march." And we know that Trump is supposed to be getting out of office in the days coming, and he's stated numerous times that he's not going. They also have the feds have him on telling Georgia to come up with find them votes, man. He wants them votes to be found. So come to find out, I read an article where you had two politicians or somebody in their office was saying that Trump can't do that. That's illegal. They're gonna try to bring up charges on him about that. Who knows what's going on, man? We're just basically playing it by ear from the news and what we read about and different things. But at the same time, we know that this is the Lord's movie. This is the Lord's show, and he has the final say so in the things that happen in this thing. So all we have to do, we just got to play our role, continuously do the work, man. At the end of the day, we're gonna point out the follies in this place, man. Because right now, like I said at the beginning, you have mass protests in D.C. going on. You're gonna have mass protests here north of here in Slovakia in Wisconsin, where Jacob Blake got the police got acquitted. So the people are gonna be upset. We have in the video I'm gonna show at the end, you're gonna have the Trump supporters, whether it be the Proud Boys against Black Lives Matters, and that's those are the two battlegrounds, battlers. You also have Proud Boys and a few other alphabet groups, one percenters or something to that effect, and all these groups once again have different agendas, but their main enemy is BLM. That's their main enemy. So let me read a little bit of this article, and it says, "Isn't that interesting? Fox hosts jokes as Titanic theme song plays in the background of pro-Trump march. The choice of music at a massive pro-Trump march in Washington, D.C. has raised eyebrows. As Fox News' Steve Doocy awkwardly pointed out, the organizers were playing a theme song from the movie Titanic. As Fox News reported on the march to Save America, live from D.C., Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On, the theme song from James Cameron's 1997 movie Titanic, based on the ship of the same name that sank after hitting an iceberg in 1912, could be heard playing in the background. So while people are getting beat up and marches are going on, they're playing music in the background, Ecclesiastes 10:6, folly is set in great dignity. These people are proud with the bullshit they do, man. Excuse my French, but yeah, they get a kick out of that. These people, one of the American top defenses is, oh, it's not happening to me. It's not happening here. A lot of these newscasters, they're not having to deal with the everyday things that these people are dealing with. And so they can make fun of it. They can poke fun. They can put music on and say that these things are goofy while America is being turned inside out, man. Not only because of these runoffs that we have going on, you have massive job loss. You have white cops slaughtering so-called black men on the streets left and right. They're protesting over that in different cities. Every city, every week is a brother getting killed by a police officer. But your news is laughing at you and playing games with you. Like the brothers be bringing up, a lot of these news casters are nothing but actors that didn't make it in Hollywood. And you could tell because all they're doing is reading off a teleprompter. They make sure the most beautiful is their act. Man, these people are some of the most proudest people, some of the most proudest people as a news anchor. At one of the gyms I used to work at, well-known Chicago newscaster, he comes in, and I mean, like, you would think he was still on the set of Channel 5 or Channel 7 News. The way he walks around and acts is just the pride in his movement, because the people see him on TV every day. They listen to him for information. They look up to him, and that's why he's so prideful, because the people look up to him. So, but yeah, this article, let me get some more. He says, many other songs that could be heard from the event were also somber in nature, with the playlist including Pink Floyd's Brain Damage, John Elton's Funeral for a Friend, and The Candle in the Wind, which, as one liberal activist noted, is a song about an untimely death. Man, I don't know, but I'm still tripping over the part that they're playing music when they're supposed to be marching and protesting, man. All these protests and marches ended violent. So why would you be looking for music? You should probably be looking for protection or somewhere to go, But this is the mindset of the people. His follies is on their mind, So he says social media users mocked the event's choice of music, calling it an inappropriate metaphor for the long list of defeats that Trump and the Republican Party have expected recently, including the party's projected senator runoff loss this week, where both contending Democrats have declared victories. And that's another thing these idiots believe. They still believe in this Democrat and Republican BS, man. They believe in this stuff, man. They feel like the Democratic Party is for the so-called blacks, and if you're a Republican, then you got to be a white person, where they don't really care. At the end of the day, they're all together. They're friends, and they're low level anyway. They're at the low level. The politicians, where these different runoffs, they're low level. They have a little influence in the things that happen, if any. That's just for the people. These politicians, a lot of these politicians at these different levels, are just for the people to feel that they got a voice in the office or can say something to somebody. Man, them people don't care about them. The march is serving as a final hour effort of Trump supporters to lobby for the overturning of the 2020 U.S. presidential election results, which the Electoral College officially certified for Joe Biden in December. Many activists, even the president himself, have been pinning their hopes on Vice President Mike Pence to block the confirmation of Biden, though Pence reportedly told Trump that he is powerless to change the results, man. I just said that some of these different Democrats, Republicans, and people had this runoff. They're obsolete, but people, they put it in front of your face and make you think that you're doing something, so, give the people some type of hope. And so right here, Trump's right-hand man, Mike Pence, said he's nothing he could do. He's powerless. So, Trump is a prideful person. He might take that as an insult, man, But at the same time, we know what's going on. Trump said he's not going to leave office. Let me bring this out. This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed, man. And we see them out there fighting right now, man. They actually believe tooth and nail and Biden is going to come in and change all the problems that you Negroes and Latinos are having in your neighborhood. All the cop killing is going to stop. You Negroes are going to get new jobs. You're going to move out in the rat-infested neighborhoods. That's what's on your mind, Trump was no different than Biden. Biden's no different than Trump and than Obama and the rest, and the list goes on and on and on. These are nothing more than puppets, man. Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err. Just recently, the presidents, the three, who was this? Biden, Trump, and I want to say it was Bush. They all was rallying about a week or two, talking about how they were going to take that jab, And now you got one of the guys, he fell back and said, no, I think it'd be wrong for me to jump ahead of everybody for it. Let me go let the people take the jab, and I'll take it probably a year from now or something to that effect, he said. One politician dude said, So these leaders are causing y'all to do dumb stuff. And I always bring that out about the point where Obama went to Michigan, and put the glass of water to his lips like he was drinking, trying to tell the people that the water was safe. And they know damn well that this water is not safe. People are getting all sorts of cancers in their body. Different organs are failing on them in their body. Why is that? Because they trusted in this president, and they trust in the system, and they believed in this place, man. And this place has done nothing but showed you death, man. I'm speaking to the Latinos, you so-called Negroes, and you Native Americans, man. The Lord's chosen people, man. That's why we've been put in these places, because we have went off. We did wrong to the Lord. No, now towards the end, Esau, the repentance is coming upon Esau, and we see his queendom coming down. So let me play a little bit of this video so you can see what I'm speaking about, because like I say, it's going down in DC right now, and you even have women going at it, and you're gonna see in this video. Now they always Esau tell you quick, you can't hit a woman, you shouldn't hit a woman, but watch how he reacts when his Edomite queen gets hit. And as you've seen, the Edomite put her hand in her face like she tried to punch her, but it just didn't give too much force into it. So the sister came back, and Eve just went off on her and gave her a good shot.
She bleeding.
This is what's going on at these rallies, man. People getting busted up. Right here, you see Edomite woman, she gets busted up, man. I'm talking about, she caught a good shot.
Who hit you? Who hit you? The black girl. Move to the side. What? Pepper spray? A copper.
Patience, stand up. Can't let this happen. Come on, Patience, where you at?
Who hit you? BLM?
Yes.
BLM hit you?
Yes.
And they did nothing or what?
Oh, of course they did.
And that's all they want to hear. This is gonna be, once again, adding on to Jacob's trouble coming, man. BLM. Esau has set this up with these last few years, and he's really being funding and stuff. But at the same time, who's gonna be the face of you BLM people? Y'all better wake up, man. Come back to the Lord while the hand is out right now. Shalom, Akim.